as we give this masterclass here. There's a lot of frustration that I hear from business owners around social media. They post on social media, they waste a lot of time on social media, they don't see an ROI. And we're gonna dissolve some of the myths that are going around on why social media isn't working for you. And as we've helped hundreds of people in our agency, we've really nailed this down to what will actually get social media to help you attract clients. And honestly, right now in 2025, with the advent of AI and all these competitors online, social media, when you approach it with the ability to have real relationships, to talk to people instead of just being a content producer, you can see that it will actually allow you to produce results, real life clients when you go in with intent. So, hey, everybody, it's so nice to see you. I would love to see in the comments. Just give me the words here. Where are you located? Do tell. I'm here in Portland, Oregon. I'm Lindsay Anderson for those that do not know me. For the last 20 years, I ran a digital marketing agency. We specialize in social media that actually turns content into clients, which is why you're here. We got Delaware, we got Sandpoint. I'm originally from Idaho, so it's really great to see you. Oh, it's so great to see you guys. I see you. A lot of these names are very familiar out there on social media. So it's great that you are able to be here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Look at all these fantastic people here. Now let me tell you who this is perfect for. Actually, before I hit screen share on that, sorry about that. So this is perfect for you if you are a service-based business owner, okay? What this is not good for is if you're selling low price like t-shirts or something like that. This is for those service-based business owners that depend on relationships to really to get more clients. And maybe you're in a place right now where most of your clients either come from referrals and you're like, ew, that seems a little tenuous. I don't like that, right? Hey, Ronnie, what's up? That seems a little tenuous. You don't really want to be doing that. Or maybe you have one or two big clients and that also feels tenuous. What you want in order to scale your business in 2025 is to have a lead source that you can depend on. And so that isn't throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping something will work, making videos and hoping something goes viral, because that's not going to last. What you want and what we're providing here for you today is a system. I'm sure many of you are so familiar with how important systems are in your business. And so to have a lead system is so important so that you can keep those high quality leads coming into your business and you never go dry. You never wonder when your next referral is coming from, but you're actually in control of your lead source. And social media can be that because there's endless people on social media. You can find your ideal client on social media. So this is perfect for you if you are a service-based business owner. Maybe you're an insurance agent, you're a real estate agent, you're a coach, you're a consultant, you're a speaker wanting more speaking engagements, you're a leadership executive or a leadership coach. These are the kind of people that this masterclass is perfect for. Now, the second question that I get a lot, hey everybody, and we're live streaming too, so it's nice to see you guys on social, is what social media platforms are you even talking about here, Lindsay? And the answer is primarily, okay, for those service-based business owners, we're talking about LinkedIn for sure. And I would love to know in the comments, you guys are so active today. Tell me what your number one source where you're spending most of your time to get clients on social. Tell me, we got a bunch of LinkedIn's here. LinkedIn is legit. And I will tell you why, because you can go in and if you understand your ideal client, which we're going to get into a little bit today, you can search by these job titles. You can search and find these ideal clients. You can invite them to connect with you. And if you're creating really great content, well, they'll get nurtured and you'll be able to close them into your system. So this is perfect for LinkedIn, as well as Instagram. Do I have any Instagram here? Any Instagrammer here? And also Facebook. So while I do love myself a little bit of YouTube and I love myself some TikTok, there are like downfalls to those. First of all, TikTok, and I'm sure you guys have heard this, right? It is so good at the algorithms. And so people have a hard time really engaging with the content on there and going deep and developing that trust. And so TikTok can be really tough. You can get a lot of views and stuff, but you'll even find that those individuals who are on TikTok, they actually end up really trying to drive people to Instagram. And that is because of the DM feature, because honestly, converting content to clients is all about having conversations. And that's what we're talking about today. How can you start those conversations? What does it look like? Okay. Content is certainly a piece of it, but actually having relationships, just like I have relationships with so many people here. I see you guys on social media all the time. And it's you want to accept people for people. Like, we're over the AI, right? We all know when everything is AI generated, most people are looking for relationships, and especially for those service-based business owners like you, creating those relationships on social media is so essential. So Instagram, so TikTok, because the algorithms, people are like looking at the next cat video and those sort of things. YouTube is great for long form content, but again, you'll see those YouTube creators driving people to Instagram because creating relationships is actually how you create sales. So what I teach you today has everything to do with Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook, because you can DM, because you can add people, because you have this friend to friend kind of combat sort of situation. Great to see you guys. So awesome to see you. So let's dive in here. And I want to know in the comments, hey, everybody on social media. It's great to see you guys. The first thing I want to know from you is, how reliable is your social media for bringing in leads? Let me know in the comments. Hey, nice to see your faces too. Number one, is it, type in 1 in the comments if it's rock solid, you know exactly how many leads you'll get. Is it number 2, hit or miss? Some months are great, others not so much. Or is it 3, crickets? Your social media really isn't bringing in any business. We got some 2s, we got some 3s here. I'm not seeing any 1s. That's exactly why you're here, because we're here to talk about a social media system. So over the next 30 minutes, I'm going to show you how to turn social media into your number 1 lead generator. Now, the reason why you should be focusing on social media right now in 2025 is because you only have a handful of digital marketing options. Yeah, you have other options. You can go to networking events, which I love, but even if you do go to networking events, you got to bring those people onto social. You go to a networking event, add all those people on social media. Okay. So that is certainly a way. You can do cold calling. I don't see anybody here who actually likes to do cold calling. So what are your options when it comes to lead generation in 2025? Well, you can do nothing. We don't want to be doing that, because that definitely doesn't bring any leads. You can do SEO and organic search, which is people typing in Google and you coming up. Now, that is changing a lot in 2025 with the advent of AI. Now you're seeing those AI snippets. People who were getting a ton of traffic on Google are no longer getting click-throughs to their website. Not only that, you're going to need a team to start getting up on the search engines. It can be very, very difficult to win on the SEO game, because also, even if they click on some blog article on your website, converting them into a client without being able to have this hand-to-hand, real person conversation like you can on social media, it can be really very difficult. The third is paid ads. Tell me in the comments, you guys, who here has spent money on paid ads and felt extremely burnt by that. Say yes in the comments if you know what I'm saying. Now, I love paid ads, but only at a certain point in your business do you want to be doing paid ads. And that is when you've successfully converted 50 people. And you've done that organically. You know what to say to them. You know what the message is. You've served those people. Most people start paid ads way too early, and they end up really burning their budget. So paid ads can be really risky if you don't have a proven sales system on the other side. And the third option for lead gen, and this is where most people are, is relationships and referrals. And so while I like those, while I love going to networking events, those can dry up, right? You can be sitting around hoping and praying that somebody's going to be sending you a referral, and it brings this ebb and flow to your business that, keeps you awake at night. And we don't want you awake at night. We want you to have a system that you spend a little bit of time on every day on social media, and it's producing those high quality conversations. Nikki says, that's me. So what is your final option, guys? Your final option is social media. Here's what you got to know about social media. There's real people on the other side. I got tons of people here. I've met most of them on social media. And when you approach social media as like, it's not just me sitting here and talking to people and hoping that this random weird group of people is watching me, this nebulous group of people, but instead, I'm out there to make relationships. I'm out there to actually meet people, have a conversation with them. Yes, I'm posting content so that they can see me, so I can be visible. We have to be visible on social media. But when you approach it relationships first, the doors are wide open. Okay. The doors are wide open. I'll give you an example. For those, maybe some of you already know this. Last year, I had the opportunity to be on Netflix. They reached out to me because of social media. We had a real one-on-one conversation with people at Netflix. They invited me to be on a show, and it just and the reason why I tell you this is because it really goes to show that you can make real relationships on social media. That whole thing with Netflix inviting me on a show happened all because I was on social media and we had a conversation. Now, I learned something else very valuable from my time on Netflix, and that is this. The number one mistake that business owners make with social media, guys, is they post like an influencer and not a business owner. Now, I learned this on Netflix. Here's a picture of when I was on Netflix. There I am right there. Influencers post for likes. Business owners post for leads. Which one are you? Now, here's the difference. And you get pulled into this direction so much as a business owner because you post a picture of your cat, you post a picture of your kids, then it gets a ton of likes and a ton of engagement. You post some conspiracy theories or the Coldplay concert guy, and you get a ton of engagement. But those kinds of engagement, workout videos always do really good on this too. This, like, business owners are real guilty of this. My workout videos get a lot of likes, but it doesn't position you like a business owner. And so there's two different kinds of people on social media. There's influencers that are sharing all their, this is behind the scenes of my life, and here's my dirty laundry, and here's all the stuff about me. And I would imagine that most people in this room don't even want to be posting stuff like that, where you're a business owner. I'm here to add value. I'm here to show people what I do. I'm here to show my authority so that if you have the problem that I am helping you solve, then you trust me enough to actually solve that problem. And so when you approach social media in that mindset and understanding, yes, your personal posts, they get a ton more traction, and there is certainly a place for that. But if you are not posting authority building content, then people will not trust you. Yes, you'll get a lot of likes and views, but you'll be a lot like a customer that I had who came to me, had 50,000 Instagram followers. He was a workout consultant for high-figure entrepreneurs. He could get your workout done in 30 minutes. You'd have the body and the health that you want in 30 minutes a day. But he was posting the workout of the day, and yeah, he was getting a lot of followers, but no entrepreneur was following him. No high-level entrepreneur was following him because they wanted to know how to do the bicep curl of the day. So when we changed his content and he started providing more authority content, what these entrepreneurs actually wanted to hear, then he was actually able to get way more clients on social media. And so that is the difference. Hey, everybody, it's so great to see you. Okay, so let's talk about the biggest social media mistakes that we see here in the agency. Remember, likes don't pay the bills. Your social media should be a lead machine. Now, the biggest social media mistakes that business owners make, and we're going to solve these for you today, is number one, you post without a strategy. And if you're guilty of any of these, okay, I see you over there, I want you to say yes in the comments. You wake up, you post. You have a VA to post. You have ChatGPT create 20 different posts, and you just post it, and you hope and pray that it's good enough. But right now in social media, it is so competitive. It can be very difficult if you don't have a strategy. How do I convert people? How do I start these conversations? Posting just to post and posting more is not going to be the answer. Next, this is a big sticky wicket, okay, is not engaging with potential clients. This can be you post videos and then you wonder where all the clients are. This is not how you want to be approaching social media. It's called social media for a reason. The third is no clear path to conversion. As we know, people are on social media. They need to know that next step. I'll be sharing that with you a little bit later in this presentation. But if you're not telling people, hey, if you're interested in what I'm offering you, give them the next step. They're not going to look at your profile if you don't invite them to. They're not going to go and search out your website because they saw some 30-second clip of you. You have to lead them like I lead my children down the next and next path. You have to give them that next step. And then finally, not tracking what works. We want to know what's working on social media, capitalize on that, and move and keep doing what is already working and improving. Okay, you iterate and improve. Hey, everybody, nice to see you guys. So, I love that you guys, yes, and tired of posting as an influencer, loving these comments. I've met so many amazing friends, clients off social media, need more clients. Yes. So, I have a 4-step system. I'm here to promise you a 4-step system. Social media, a lot of people feel like it's just about content, but there's 4 steps to actually get clients from social media. So number 1 is attract. Okay. And we're going to go to each of these. The second one is engage. So attract is that content. That's how you're out there. Those are your commercials out there on social media. The second is engage. As people like your posts, as you're out there, especially on LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook, you are friending people, okay? Please do not sit back and not friend people. Do not sit back and wait for people to friend you. Here is the key, is you find people, and we tell people in the agency, we tell people, I do this myself, is 25 people a day you are reaching out to. Social media is a numbers game. Make a personal goal that you will follow or reach out to or request to connect with 25 people a day, and your social media will change, okay? The third is convert, giving people that next step. And finally, scale, tracking what works, iterating on what does, and then improving upon the rest. So let's talk about this attraction piece. We talked a little bit about already. We talked a little bit about what it looks like to post the workout videos and the influencer content and how that attracts like a totally different crowd than the people that you're actually wanting to serve, the people that you can actually serve, the people who aren't tire kickers, those people that if you take your perfect client and you make a cookie cutter version of them, that you would be able to create those individuals on social media. So where people really get wrong on social is they're way too broad. Okay. We're all really scared of niching down. I'm sure that you guys have heard about niching down, right? And nobody wants to do it because you can serve all the people. And, if you're a real estate agent, I can sell a house anywhere. But your marketing, okay, should actually just be focused on one person. And the deeper you go on that, the better it is. And that doesn't mean that if just somebody that you are not marketing to, like if you're a real estate agent and you want to, maybe I have a real estate agent that we serve who primarily helps people find Airbnbs. But if somebody who wants a regular house comes to her, of course she's going to sell to them. So that's something really important that you want to remember about niching. So let's talk about what you need to know going into the content that you're creating. And I'm going to make this super easy for you. Okay. I'm going to give you the who, the what, and the where of when you create that content, what it needs to look like. So first of all, the who is, and we make this real simple in the agency. And I see a couple of my customers here today. Hello, customers. I love to see you guys here. And we make this real simple. Okay. This is all the niching information that you ever need to know. We call it the one true client method. And this is what I want you to do. It will change everything that you're doing on social media. Take one true client that you've literally served in your business, that if you could make cookie cutter versions of them and bring them in on social media, it would be so amazing for you. And I just want you to take one person. Now, this can't be yourself. This can't be 2 different people you Frankenstein together. Okay. One real person that paid you what you wanted to be paid, got the results that you were promising, and that were like, it was a match made in heaven. And then I want you to put their name on a Post-it note. And every time you do any marketing, you go on social media, you do a video, you say, what would Barbara think of this? Okay. And if Barbara would not think it's relevant, if Barbara would wonder why you're selling something way lower cost than what you had sold her, or if Barbara would be like, I don't really have time to be looking at your cat videos, then do not post it. This is what you really want to be doing. And that's how you get results on social media is one true client. That's as easy as it comes. And know this is that you think you'll leave this and be like, oh yeah, I'll remember Barbara. But your brain, and we've seen this with hundreds of clients that we've served, you'll broaden out. You'll forget Barbara. You'll post something way too broad every time. So that's why I say put it on a post-it note. We even do that in our agency. We are consistently going back to our one true client and asking, what would this individual think of that? That's how easy it can be on social media. Now, let me give you an example here. This is the workout consultant that we helped. Remember this when you're selling. When you're showing up as a business owner on social media, it is not about, you don't need like 100 people buying from you. You guys are service-based business owners. Most of you are selling high quality, high level programs. And so when our workout client came to us, she was a workout consultant, a health consultant for high level entrepreneurs. Okay. We perfected what she was posting. And with one post talking to those high level entrepreneurs, she says high achievers on her post, one post equaled a $25,000 deal. They closed a year-long deal with not only her, but one DM, one client, and she made a $2,500 sale. And then that sale turned into 2 more individuals. And so you have to look at this from the long game and know you don't need 500 people liking your post in order for you to get clients. You need high quality relationships on social media. That's how you actually get clients on social media. So the who is your one true client. Now, when it comes to the what, I want to know in the comments, okay, yes or no. Don't be shy. Are you doing consistent video on social media? Let me know. I would love to know in the comments, are you doing consistent video on social media? That means about 2 to 3 times a week. If you're not doing consistent video, you are missing out because consistent video builds instant trust. It keeps you top of mind and it converts viewers to buyers. They feel your presence. This builds trust more than anything else on social media. Now, we make it real easy when we work with you, okay? And I know video, like there's a lot of like sick stomachs when it comes to video. It takes a lot of work. You want to make sure it looks professional. What do you even say? Then you have to edit it. Then you have to post it. Then you have to caption it. So a lot of people don't do video and they don't do video consistently for these reasons. And I understand it, but in our agency, we make it real simple. We interview you for an hour a month. From that 1 hour interview where I set you up with the hooks, I help you understand your ideal client. I don't let you forget who you're talking to. And then we post it for you and it only takes you an hour a month. You want to set up something like this for yourself and make sure that you're having video out there on social media. Okay. And then finally, where? We talked about this at the top of the hour, but a lot of people, because you're an influencer mindset, you think you have to be posting absolutely everywhere on social media. When my biggest tip for this, guys, is pick one platform. Because if we're talking about relationships, we're talking about getting to know people. If you're a little bit on LinkedIn and you're a little bit on Facebook and you're a little bit on Instagram, you're not building a groundswell or a community of people that like to see your posts, that you're communicating with on DMs. You want to be building like a groundswell of people that you're familiar with. It's like a club. Okay. The first time you go to the chamber event, you don't know anybody. The third, fourth, fifth, sixth time you go, you really start to get to know people. You start having a group of people around you. And social media is no differently, although it does work faster than a chamber event because it happens a lot more than, once a month or once a week. I just want to read some comments here. Nice to see you guys do. Let's see. What do you guys, oh yeah, you start and then you fall off. Yep. Lorena, most people really do. Yes. Ugh and eek on videos. I feel you guys. And it is the one thing that really stops people is that video and this where, okay? They post everywhere, they don't engage anywhere, and their social media just falls flat, and you're just more noise out there in an already very noisy world on social media. So pick one platform. So one ideal client, that doesn't mean you can't serve everybody. We're just marketing to one person. The second thing is you got to do those videos. And then the third thing is pick one and only one platform. Does that mean you can't expand out again later? No, but get to know a bunch of people on one platform and you'll find that your social media will really, really change. Okay? So that's attract. That's what you need to know for content. Say yes in the comments if this is making sense. All right. Next is engage. Now, the biggest mistake small business owners make with social media is engagement, is you post and ghost, and then you wonder why your social media isn't working. So, cannot happen. Me personally, my social media changed when I started engaging. This is not just about video, okay? It is about engaging because there are real live people on the other side. And so what we recommend at the agency, and we teach all of our clients, and we do this for many of our clients, is what we call virtual networking. Okay, we time block engagement, and this is a process. It builds upon itself. If you do a little engagement on Monday and you do a little engagement on Friday, that's not the effect, okay, that builds upon itself and gets bigger and bigger and bigger over time. This is a daily thing. You're always out there. You're very consistent, and you can see that it starts to quadruple and triple and grow and grow and grow, just like when you deposit money into a bank account. So if you want to get to know people, it's like, I want to be part of the chamber and have a lot of people know me. If you don't show up, and you're not showing up consistently, they won't know you. And the same is for social media. So the answer is time block that engagement every day. And I know I've said this 55,000 times on this masterclass. Do not wait for people to follow you or to connect with you. Get out of your own way. Get out of your own head that it feels weird and you don't want to be doing it. And instead, you reach out. So I recommend, okay, to my clients, 25 new people every single day, because it is a numbers game, and that is what will make the difference in social media. And not only that, then you connect with people, your content nurtures them, you create conversations, and that's how you build relationships that actually gets clients on social media. Let me give you an example of another client. So I have this leadership consultant. He was speaking at events, but struggling to turn any engagement into real business. So after we started creating strategic content for him, okay, and we started connecting with all of the people when he was at his speaking events, we would go and connect with all of the people that he was meeting at those live events. And you should do that too when you're networking. Okay. He ended up getting 30 comments from decision makers, 12 inbound speaking inquiries, and booked over $40,000 in speaking engagements because he finally understood, oh, those people that I meet in real life, speaking engagements, even online Zoom events. Many of you are in like online networking groups. Meet those guys on social media. Send them a DM that says, so great to meet you here on social. Then your content nurtures them. Then you're visible when you're doing consistent video. And that is exactly how you get clients from social media. Okay. So that is the engagement phase. Reach out to people, time block that stuff, and your social media will change. Say yes in the comments, guys, if this is making sense. Now, the third step is convert. So attract is your one true client. That's the content you're creating. Engage is you're not sitting back. You're actually reaching out. There are real people out there. The third phase is convert, which is a lot of people feel like, well, if you watched 25 videos of mine, you're eventually going to look to work with me. But people will not think, okay? They don't think that deeply about it. So you want to give them an opportunity to move to the next step. So the biggest conversion mistake business owners make is they don't give a clear next step. And I'm going to answer this with what I call next step marketing. And all you need to do, Okay, look at this call, right? And this goes on every single post. This is really important to know when you go into social media, is that you're building for like a new audience. People who have never seen your stuff before. That's kind of how you want to approach social media. Not cousin Bobby that knows everything about me. Like, this is somebody, this is the first time they've ever seen me. And we want to add a call to action on every single post. Now, I love next step marketing. And you'll see this here. Want to scale your medical practice without the overwhelm? I've got a free resource that breaks down my exact strategy. DM me the word scale and I'll send you over access. So we give them the literal word to type. We don't make people think, we tell them what that is, and then you'll end up getting these one-word marketing on all of your posts, and now you know who your hot leads are. Now you know who to DM. And yes, you can use ManyChat for that as you start to scale. But when you start this, answer those people, create those relationships, figure out what works, and then you can systemize it. Many people just jump straight to ChatGPT on this, and then and then they don't have anything effective because they never even understood what was going on. So another client of mine, he 20 people, when people would do one word marketing for Tom, okay, they would type in the word scale. He was a business coach. And his offering, when they typed in the word scale on his next step marketing, was to invite them to a live masterclass, just like we're having here right now. And once he started putting that call to action on there, he would have 20 people at his webinar every other week. He created a simple and repeatable sales system. Like this thing, he understood what the problems were. He understood what converted people. He understood he would show up every other week for this with all of the people who he had met on social media. And he ended up getting $50,000 in full pay clients. And he does this all day. In fact, I was just talking to him on the phone. Emily and I were. He does this every other week. He is now fully booked out and really offboarding all of the clients that were paying his lower rate into all the clients that are now paying his higher rate. And it's because he has a system. He's not always guessing. He knows he has this masterclass to do. He knows it brings up their pain points. He knows it has a call to action. He knows that it nurtures all those individuals who found him on social media. And it's all through that next step marketing. So you have to ask yourself, what is the next step I want people to take when they are compelled by my content, when they like what I'm saying in my content, and put that in there? Now, sure, you can offer an ebook, you can offer a PDF, like you can do all of that, but it is very difficult to convert people from a free PDF into something else. When you have this live interaction and people are communicating with people, and we're like, you can experience my live energy, I see your beautiful faces, that converts so much faster than an ebook. Ebooks can be tough because leading those individuals down that primrose path can be very, very difficult. Okay, so I always recommend a live webinar. Again, in today's day and age of AI, that's how you can create connection with individual. So finally, we have scale. Once you figure out what content is working and you're engaging with those right fit clients and you're doing next step marketing where you're converting them, then all you need to do is scale. And the number one mistake business owners make, okay, the way you scale is you track. It's just like if you want to lose weight, you track what you eat. If you want to run a marathon, you track what you run. Everything that is tracked can be improved. And so you want to start tracking. Now, most people get overwhelmed with this, but in reality, okay, start small. Are you doing your 25 reach outs a day? Document those individuals. How many people accepted your connection request? How many DMs did you send? How many people replied? That is great tracking because now at least you know, and you're not going with like this emotional roller coaster that can be, my business isn't working today, when in reality, the numbers could say something absolutely different on that. So you want to track what's working, what videos are working, what's getting the most views, what that keyword is that most people are saying, and start tracking those things. I always recommend tracking conversations, as I mentioned, and that right there is how you start to scale on social media. So Let's just review here the social media sales machine one more time. Attract, which is that content, okay? One true client only. Um, Consistent video. I know that's gonna be bad news, okay? And then the third is one and only one platform that you're mostly focused on. Okay, that's where you're doing most of your engagement. The second is engage. You're reaching out to people, 25 connection requests a day, having real conversations with people, responding to people who have made comments to you. Convert, you're having a call to action on every single post. And then finally, scale. You're tracking. Start tracking what works so that you're not caught up in like the emotionality of business. That's where you're going to get stuck, because then you're going to be like, this doesn't work. And you're going to give up and you're going to start over. We don't want that. And the best way to do that is through looking at numbers. One final example here from a client of ours who got niched down, started doing one-word marketing, started focusing on only LinkedIn, started doing 25 connection requests. Okay, he had one DM came in, he had one deal, and that equaled a $50,000 project. Again, I have these examples there because you don't have to have 500 million followers. We're looking for individual relationships on social media. That's how you can fill your pipeline with high quality individuals and leads. Now, I'll give you a little spoiler alert for those that didn't see me on this. I was on a reality show on Netflix. Okay, well, I did not win that reality show. Okay, spoiler alert. I ended up being in 7 out of 8 episodes, and the last 2 episodes I was in were named after me. But I ultimately learned a more important lesson from there, because on the reality show, I was actually surrounded by so many individuals who were legitimate social media influencers. They had followers that far outnumbered mine. But in our private conversations in the house, they were not able to even monetize all of those eyeballs. And so ultimately, and I want to leave you with this, which is you want to be on social media posting like a business owner, following the social media sales machine. That's how you actually get clients from social media, not just chasing eyeballs, chasing those vanity metrics. That is not how you want to be getting clients from social media. So the number one mistake that business owners make after leaving this masterclass is you end up doing nothing. You're like, Lindsay, this conversation was amazing. Thank you. You're right. I was posting like an influencer. I wasn't doing that call to action. Thank you so much. But you leave and do nothing. And I don't want you to be leaving that way. Okay. So, what I want to offer everybody here, because you're here, you're live with me, I want to make sure that you're not stuck. I want to make sure that as you go into September, and it is the best time right now to start social media, because you have the end of August. By the time September is here and people are then refocused on their business, you already have a system set up. I want to offer everybody here a social media strategy call with me. Okay, this is complimentary. Once they are gone, they are gone. This just isn't any call, okay? This call, we're going to look at what is currently happening for you on social media, who your main platform is. We're going to be looking at your ideal client, and we're going to be looking at what is and isn't working for you. That is certainly the first thing that we're going to be covering. And we're going to get really in depth. You're going to leave this call with a strategy on how to actually implement the social media sales machine in your business. And so Emily's going to go ahead and drop the link there. Emily, if you will drop the link, then we'll talk a little bit more about this call. All you need to do is head over to lindsayaw.com/book now. Again, once those calls are gone, they're gone. Now, this call is an absolute game changer. Okay, we're going to talk about how you can get more consistent leads from social media. We're going to talk about how to create those conversations. Yes, we talked about engagement today, but how do you actually create those conversations, and who are you creating them with, and how can they not eat up your entire day? We're going to look at this for you, specifically for your ideal client. And we're going to talk about a simple and repeatable strategy that will allow you to remove the overwhelm from social media and start executing a system that actually works. Now, Yes, this is a complimentary call. You're going to leave with an amazing plan ahead on how to actually make social media work for you. Make sure you get on a call. We're going to cover your current strategy. We're going to cover your personal business goals, and we're going to cover your custom action plan. And once again, when those spots are gone, they're gone. So make sure that you get on that call. Again, Emily's going to drop the link. It's lindsaya.com/book-now. Now, as I mentioned, I do run a full digital marketing agency. We make social media so simple for you. So you're not stressing about video. You're not stressing about that call to action. So you can actually focus on the things that you want to focus on. And in order to work with us, we only work with individuals that are at a certain place in their business. They're ready to really take social media seriously. And so the first step to even working with us would be to book the social media strategy call. You're going to leave as a winner either way, because we're going to be able to map out that exact system for you for your ideal client, what platform you should be on, how you should be approaching social media, so you can actually start getting an ROI on your social media. So it's more important than ever now to hop on this call. 2025, it's time to take social media seriously, and it's more about relationships instead of chasing those vanity metrics. So if you're done wasting time on social media with content that doesn't convert, if you are sick of missing opportunities with potential clients, and if you have confusion about how to actually monetize social media, and you're serious about creating a lead source that you're actually in control of, make sure that you hop on that call with me. I would love to chat with you. Let's talk about your social media strategy today. So if you keep using social media the same way you have, as they say, you'll keep getting the same results. It's time to make that change. So again, it's lindsaya.com/book-now. Hop on a call with me. Let's plan out your social media strategy together for your clients, how you're going to do this, and how you're actually going to monetize social media. So lindsaya.com/book-now. Let's make a social media sales machine for you and your business today, so you can finally take control of your lead generation system. Big thank you to everybody who joined me today. Please follow us on social media. Get on that call, and I will see you over on the social media strategy session call. Thank you so much for joining us today.